If your readers can easily categorize your morally gray character as good or bad, you failed. Let's talk about what separates a truly morally gray character from the brooding, traumatized anti-heroes that's flooding every fantasy novel right now. If you're new here, my name is Brianna and I post videos every Sunday that help you become a better writer. I also make easy-to-use writing workbooks that help you build and outline your novel from start to finish, so if you're interested, check them out in my Etsy shop, Planner Palette Co., linked in the description below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Now there's an assumption I've seen most writers adopt when it comes to morally gray characters. Usually they think that morally gray means adding a sad backstory to justify bad behavior. That's not really moral grayness, that's just lazy character development. So what actually makes a character morally gray, and how do you write one that doesn't blend in with all the dark and broody ones all over book talk? A morally gray character isn't someone who's sometimes good and sometimes bad. That's just inconsistent writing. True moral grayness comes from a character who operates by their own ethical framework that conflicts with societal norms, but their motivations are understandable and their actions are consistent within that framework. Think about Kelsier from Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series. He's not randomly good or evil, he has a clear moral code, which is to protect the oppressed Ska at any cost, even if it means genocide against the nobility. His actions make sense within his worldview, but they're absolutely horrifying from an outside perspective. That's moral grayness. Another assumption is that creating a morally gray character doesn't just mean making them complex. Complexity doesn't equal moral ambiguity. So what are some mistakes that might turn your potentially fascinating character into another unforgettable antihero? Mistake number one is using trauma as an excuse. Giving a character a traumatic backstory doesn't automatically make them morally gray. Maybe your character was betrayed, lost their family, or was abandoned. That doesn't make all their questionable actions justified. Trauma doesn't equal moral grayness, it's just a cause for motivation. Let's say your character's hometown was destroyed, so now they're willing to torture information out of their enemies. That's all motivation. It's what forms the foundation of their core personality, beliefs, fears, and internal logic. It contributes to their ability to be morally gray, but it doesn't automatically make them morally gray. The thing is, if every reader thinks that your character's actions are completely justified, then they're just a hero with dark methods. That's a clear-cut distinction, and moral grayness should lack that clarity. An easy fix is to make their moral code conflict with readers' expectations in ways that aren't easily justifiable by their past. Maybe your character experienced betrayal, so now they betray others first as a survival instinct, even innocent people who trust them. That helps establish a moral conflict. Now that said, trauma can still be an excellent foundation for moral grayness, but only when it creates a warped ethical framework, not just when it explains away bad behavior. Mistake number two is thinking that your character needs to be this dark, brooding soul. Morally gray characters don't need to be tortured souls who brood about their dark deeds. Real people have full emotional ranges. Your morally gray character can joke, they can love, feel genuine joy, and still make morally questionable decisions. Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. He's witty, he enjoys wine and books, and he forms genuine connections with others. But he's also unalived people when it serves his purposes. His moral grayness doesn't come from constant angst, it comes from the disconnect between his charm and his ruthlessness. Try to give your morally gray character moments of genuine light and joy. Let them enjoy simple pleasures, form real connections, and show multiple facets of their personality. Their moral grayness should emerge from their actions and decisions, not just from being broody. That's just a personality trait, not moral grayness. And when you make your character multifaceted like this, readers will develop complicated feelings for them, where they're relatable and likable, but they also commit these atrocious acts. Mistake number three is having an inconsistent moral compass. This usually happens when writers confuse unpredictable with randomly switching between good and evil. Your character saves an orphan in chapter 3, but then burns down an orphanage in chapter 7, with no logical connection between these two decisions. True moral grayness still requires internal consistency. Your character's questionable actions should stem from their established values, even if those values conflict with the conventional moral frameworks of your world. This might look like a character who values personal loyalty above all else. They'll protect their friends at any cost, even if it means letting strangers succumb to terrible fates. That's a consistent moral framework that creates complex situations. So an easy way to do this is to make sure you establish your character's core values and then stick with them. Their great decisions should always align with their personal ethical code, even if that code conflicts with what's conventionally right. So now that we know what not to do, how do we construct a morally gray character that feels authentic and compelling? First, you want to build their moral framework. Before you decide what questionable things your character will do, figure out what they value the most. Is it justice, loyalty, power, freedom? Their questionable actions should always serve these core values. Let's say your character values justice above all else, but they live in a corrupt kingdom where the legal system only serves the wealthy. So they become a vigilante who targets corrupt nobles, but they're willing to frame innocent people if it helps them reach their real targets. They're pursuing justice, but their methods create new injustices. You also want to create conflicting values. Strong moral grayness happens when your character's core values conflict with each other. Maybe they value both justice and loyalty. So what happens when seeking justice means betraying someone they're loyal to? Maybe a knight who's sworn loyalty to the king discovers that the king is committing genocide. Do they honor their oath or do they protect the innocent? To us, the easy answer is to protect the innocent. But what if the king has an actual logical reason for what he's doing that the knight also understands? Or what if the king went to great pains to save the life of the knight's son, and that makes the whole situation emotionally complicated? Whichever choice the knight makes, it will violate one of their core values. So whichever decision they make here is morally gray based on their internal morality. And lastly, you want to make them self-aware. Morally gray characters should understand the weight of their choices. They're not oblivious to the harm they cause. They've calculated it as an acceptable means to an end given their priorities. This self-awareness creates internal tension that's far more interesting than straight-up guilt or regret. Your character knows that they've chosen the lesser evil, or they've accepted that good people sometimes have to do terrible things. So now you set up a strong foundation for your morally gray character. How do you make the reader simultaneously root for and question your character who's making these morally gray decisions? Make the goal understandable. Readers can forgive almost any action if they understand and sympathize with the goal, even if they disagree with the methods. Your morally gray character should want something that the reader can relate to. Protecting loved ones, seeking justice, fighting oppression. But their pursuit of this relatable goal should require them to compromise other values or harm other people. And this creates a great foundation for moral tension. You also want to show the real cost of your character's choices, not just to themselves, but to others. Morally gray characters are at their strongest when their actions create ripple effects that force them to make even harder choices. If your character frames an innocent person to catch a guilty person, how does that affect the innocent person's family? Show how your character deals with that collateral damage. Do they feel guilt? Do they double down? Do they try to make amends while still pursuing their goals? And then there's one last thing that you can do to help take your morally gray character from forgettable to unforgettable. Your character must evolve. Not necessarily toward redemption, that's another common mistake, but their understanding of their choices and their world should deepen throughout your story. Maybe they start out by believing the end justifies the means, but gradually realize the means are changing who they are. Or perhaps they begin with rigid moral rules, but then realize that to survive means being morally flexible. The key is that their journey should reveal new layers of moral complexity. Your character might start out by targeting only evil people, but then later on they're forced to target soldiers who are just following orders. How do they rationalize this? How does it change them? Do they become more ruthless, or do they find new ways to achieve their goals? The goal isn't to create a character that readers love despite their flaws. It's to create a character that makes readers question their own moral certainties. If someone finishes your book and finds themselves debating on whether the character was right or wrong, then you've succeeded. Thank you for watching the video. If you like this video, you might want to watch this one next. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content to help you become a better writer. And check out my Etsy shop for easy, affordable, and printer-friendly character and novel development workbooks that help build your own morally complex characters. The link is in the description below. Until the next chapter.